We have new information tonight on a shooting in Bangor that closed part of Broadway for hours. Bangor police now say 3 officers are on administrative leave after being involved in the shooting. They say one person is in the hospital tonight with non-life-threatening injuries after they were called to a home on Broadway just before 3. They were told someone was in the home with a gun and threatening suicide. They say when officers got there, the person refused to follow repeated commands to drop the gun and was then shot by officers. Police say medical aid was immediately provided. The person was taken to the hospital by the Bangor Fire Department. The officers involved are on administrative leave, as is standard procedure in a police-involved shooting. The Attorney General's office will be investigating. We have more information about the officers on our website and mobile app.